Seat tonight. Let's get ready to go. I want to give away $1 million. Yeah, come on. Yeah, let's have a bit of fun tonight. The next half hour, let's change somebody's life for the better. Hope you're enjoying the show at home, answering all the questions as we go. So let's meet our contestants tonight, and they are in seat number 1. Dave Trezise had memory problems for 30 years and then discovered it was caused by his diet. Anna Owens washed a rental car in Europe using water from a fountain and hotel towels. Rory Vocale and his 11 siblings all worked in grocery stores. They discounted food to help feed them all. Well done. Ben Martin's wife went into labour on a highway, had to get ready to deliver their baby. On a gap year in the UK, everyone assumed Caroline Foster's family owned the Foster's Brewery. And in South Africa, Pam Brick rode an ostrich bareback, had to cling on for dear life. Good stuff. All right, Dave, you ready to go? Come on. Dave Trezise from St Lucia in Queensland is a retired university lecturer, 64 years of age. What'd you lecture in, Dave?
Human biology type subjects.
Yeah.
Haematology. I actually did some statistics as well.
Yeah.
A whole lot of stuff like that.
How long were you doing that for?
Oh, maybe 40 years.
Jeez, that'll get you through. Sue was your friend. Hi, Sue.
Hello, Eddie. How are you?
Welcome to the show. Good to have you. Hey, tell me about this. You're playing park cricket in the 80s, and this 12-year-old boy was playing. You were bowling to him, and he was smacking out of the park. What was his name?
Ricky Ponting.
Ricky Ponting. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, I didn't know. He looked about 10.
Yeah.
He was probably 12. And I was bowling. It was actually in the nets. And the coach said, oh, bowl him a few short ones and step back, and he swung me to the boundary and then he swung me through square leg. He was good.
And along the same theme, just as bowling to Ricky Ponting in the nets, you taught anatomy to Erin McNaught, the Australian Miss Universe contestant.
Yeah, I did. She did a whole year of anatomy with me, and she wasn't the only student that I've taught. There's been some good ones along the line.
Yeah? What other famous ones you got?
Oh, we've got a few silver medal Olympic winners, and excuse me. Marinda Carfrae, she's won 3 Iron Woman titles. Yeah, so
good on you, Dave. All right, let's get on with it, mate. We've got 15 questions to get $1 million. You ready to play hot seat?
I certainly am.
Well, let's go. Come on. $100. Which of these is not a type of poker? A, flush. B, straight flush. C, royal flush. D, toilet flush. That you had memory problems for 30 years and then you realised it was because of your diet. What happened there?
Oh, yeah, you think being a human biology lecturer that I'd have a bit of nous.
Yeah.
I was eating all different sorts of things, and some of these things would make me go all fuzzy.
Like what?
Oh, I couldn't remember what I'd have for breakfast.
Yeah. Now, what foods were making you do this?
Things like melons, strawberries, a whole lot of stuff that I really liked.
Yeah.
And in the end, I had to put up a sign on my front door because I'd have 20 litres of milk in the fridge. So I put a sign up: "Don't buy milk."
Yeah.
Toilet paper. I probably got to give that away in my will.
So what were you doing? You're buying milk, forgetting it was there, and all that sort of stuff. So how did you realise that there was certain types of fruits and things that was making your memory go?
Well, one doctor got onto it, and this is common to a lot of people in the world. One doctor got onto it, and we tried a diet where things were removed and then replaced, and it's only in the last
So
year.
is there a line through which foods were affecting you the most? So fruits, melons, etc. High fructose or what?
If I have pineapple, my lips peel. I get a really sore throat.
Yeah, that's interesting because pineapple juice is often given to people with a sore throat to get rid of it. If you've got a husky voice, a lot of singers, for example, if they're wanting to go to perform and they're a little bit husky, they'll have cold pineapple juice. So there you go. It's interesting how it affects different people. Not you, Dave. You're a man. You're an individual. You're a unique specimen.
Very much.
$500 question. Typically made from beaten egg whites and icing sugar and used to decorate biscuits and cakes. It is what icing? A. Royal. B. Imperial. C. Aristocratic. D. Republican.
My mum used to make decorate cakes, so I know that this is a
Royal icing is locked in. It's correct for $500. $1,000 is the next question. We'll do it right after the break in the hot seat. Welcome back to the hot seat. Let's go. Dave Trezise was a university lecturer for 40 odd years. This is for $1,000. Dave, good luck. Is a memoir written by which British comedian? A. John Cleese. B. Russell Brand. C. Miranda Hart. D. John Lumpkin.
I think that's B. Russell Brand.
Lock in. B. Russell Brand is correct for $1,000. His memoir was published in 2007. The sequel, published in 2010, is titled Bookie Wook 2. This time it's personal. There you go. $1,500. Which of these is not the name of a common dish in Mexican cuisine? A. Burrito. B. Quesadilla. C. Fajita. C. Fajita. D. Flotilla.
Flotilla is a group of ships, sailing ships, so let's lock in D.
Lock in D. Flotilla is correct for $1,500. 6 straight, Dave. Come on, let's go. 9 more. I'll give you $1 million cash. 2,500. An international airport is named after jazz musician Louis Armstrong in which major US city? A. New York. B. New Orleans. C. Chicago. D. Boston.
New Orleans is famous for jazz, so I'm pretty sure that it's B. Lock in B, Eddie.
B. New Orleans is locked in and correct for Louis Armstrong Airport. Louis Armstrong, New Orleans International Airport. Louis Armstrong, the great Satchmo, born in New Orleans in 1901. All right, let's keep going. That's 7 down, 8 to go. $4,000 question. In the Hunger Games trilogy by Suzanne Collins, the protagonist's name is Katniss who? A. Hawthorne. B. Everdeen. C. Mellark. D. Templesmith.
Now, Sue, my friend, is an expert on this, and I'm pretty sure she told me that this is Everdeen, so lock in B.
Everdeen is locked in. Sue, is that what you told him?
I might have written it down somewhere, Eddie.
Oh, yeah, whereabouts would you have written it down?
Oh, maybe in an email, something like that.
Okay, have you been working together on this, have you?
No.
Oh, well,
No, but helping with, no, not necessarily this question.
Like 15
a
years we've been...
What, doing trivia
Trivium.
questions and all sorts of things?
Yeah.
This is great. Correct for 4,000. The teenage Katniss Everdeen is the hero and narrator of the series, was written in the first person. Now, guys, tell me, so how, you're obviously all over trivia and into this type of, questions with each other. You write questions. Who for, mainly? Trivia nights and things? Or?
We have a quiz club every month.
Yeah.
And I write about 30 questions, and we we distribute them at the quiz club and try to answer them, etc.
And do you write them in the same way that we do here on Hot Seat?
Well, the same format.
Well, you know, with 4 answers, or do you have similar style of questions?
No, it's a PowerPoint type presentation where the question comes up and they do it as a team.
And Sue, are you involved in all this, are you?
No, I live in Gippsland, Eddie, so it's just emails with Dave and I and another friend. Yeah.
And how did you two get to know each other?
We met on the set of Einstein Factor.
You've been on Einstein Factor, have you? So you were both competing? So you're right into this, and then you formed a friendship, you talk through email and all the rest. How'd you go on the show?
I can't remember, Eddie.
How'd you go, Sue?
We did the same. We both won our first nights and then we blew up.
All right. All right, well, this is your chance tonight.
I didn't know I was on until I saw a repeat. Oh, I know that fella.
Might have been eating some melon that day, were you? Couldn't remember anything. Dave, you're travelling beautifully here. You're 7 questions away. You've knocked over 8. 7 questions for $1 million. It'd be sensational for somebody to go from first question to 15 and take the money. I want you to be that person, OK? And I'll tell you what we'll do. We'll take a break and we'll come back right after this and have a go at $1 million tonight in the hot seat. Welcome back to the hot seat. Dave Trezise is flying. He's been on the Einstein Factor on the ABC, and you're actually on Who Wants to Be a Millionaire with me at one stage.
In the hot seat, Eddie, yeah.
In the old days.
I wasn't quick enough on the
fastest finger first. Then the original Who Wants to Be a Millionaire. Yeah, good on you, buddy. So nearly got into the main seat. Now you are. You're going beautifully. Let's go, Dave, for $6,000. Released in 1995, which of these was the first feature-length computer animated movie? A. A Bug's Life. B. Finding Nemo. C. Shrek. D. Toy Story.
I'm pretty sure that's Toy Story. You lock that in.
Won't muck around. Took you 3 seconds. In. Correct. $6,000. Dave, let's get this question out of the way. We're 6 questions away from $1 million. Here we go, for 10 grand. Which of these foods does not contain chlorophyll? A. Mushrooms. B. Kiwi fruit. C. Wheatgrass. D. Seaweed.
Well, mushrooms are fungi, so they won't contain chlorophyll. So lock in A, Eddie.
Lock in A, mushrooms. They're fungi. They won't contain chlorophyll. Correct, for $10,000. That was a nice one to the forehand, wasn't it?
Yeah,
as you said.
I've lectured about that.
You've lectured about that very topic. Mushrooms are fungi rather than plants, and so do not contain chlorophyll. Chlorophyll is the chemical which allows plants to photosynthesise. I say that for the good of everyone else because you knew that already.
Yeah.
In fact, I'm sure you could talk to me about it for hours.
Yeah.
But not tonight.
No, not ever, Eddie.
Dave, poor old Pam's been knocked out already. Pam, can you come back another time?
I'd love to,
Sit
Eddie.
back and enjoy the show,
I
Pam.
will, and good luck, Dave.
Yeah, good luck, Dave. Now, tell me, what would $1 million do for you? Because the pass is gone and you're playing for $1 million now.
Well, Eddie, $1 million, you'd have that in your pocket, wouldn't you?
Oh, I wish, mate. Yeah. Exactly, mate. And that's where it'll stay if you keep being a smart aleck.
Listen, I was at the MCG with Eddie one time and he dropped his wallet. 5.5 earthquake on the Richter scale.
Dave's doing routines now. Fantastic. What else you got for us, Dave? I knew you were a comedian as soon as I saw that shirt. No, it's a beauty. It's a ripper, Dave. Let's go. You are now 5 questions away from $1 million. You ready? Here we go, for 20 grand. The name Nullarbor comes from Latin meaning no what? A. Water. B. Tree. C. Clouds. D. People.
Well, you probably remember this, Eddie. We used to have Arbor Day at school where we used to plant trees. So lock in B.
Lock in B. Tree. Null as in none. Arbor as in tree. Nullarbor. No trees. Correct for 20,000. Caroline Foster, we'll get you back another time. I want to hear all about you travelling around the world telling everyone that you own Foster's Brewery. That was magnificent. Thanks, Caroline. We'll get you back another time. All right, Ben's over there. Ben, you could win $50,000. Rory, you could win $100,000. Anna can win $250,000. Dave, you're in the hot seat here and you're the man. 4 more questions will get you $1 million. You've knocked over 11 straight. Let's go. Which of these companies opened its first store in Sydney in 1838? A. David Jones. B. Harris Scarfe. C. Coles. D. Meyer.
Not exactly sure of this, but it's not going to be Meyer. He came out later and was in Melbourne. Harris Scarfe is a possibility. David Jones is a possibility. Coles. My guess would be David Jones. Let me just think. Yes, I think they'll lock in David Jones, Eddie.
Lock in David Jones. I will give you the answer right after this. Four-year-old Dave Trezise is retired as a university lecturer. He's a lecturer for, what, 40 years with you, Dave? Tell me about the subjects you lectured in again.
I lectured in haematology, physiology, exercise physiology, and I did some statistics as well.
And you've been all over trivia and trivia quizzes for years. You've been on television shows.
Yeah. Only when I got up to Queensland where they had a big trivia scene. And I've been playing on and off for ages.
Let's get this one out of the way. Question we asked you before the break was, which of these companies opened its first store in Sydney in 1838? Well, Coles and Meyer were both opened in Melbourne, so it was down to David Jones and Harris Scarfe, as you said. You locked in David Jones. David Jones is correct for £50. Yeah, it was open on the corner of George and Barrack Streets in Sydney. Harris Scarfe was opened in 1849 in Adelaide, Coles in 1914 in Smith Street, Collingwood in Melbourne, and Meyer in 1900 in Bendigo in the goldfields of Victoria. We're 3 questions away from $1 million. Here we go. Which of these novelists sold over 300 million copies of their books and won both a Tony and an Academy Award? You're nodding your head there. What are you thinking at the moment just before we put it up, Dave? You got anything in particular?
I'm liking George Bernard Shaw, but I want to see what the options are.
All right, well, let's have a look at that question. We won't lock it in, OK? So which of these novelists sold over 300 million copies of their books and won both a Tony and an Academy Award? A. Ian Fleming. B. Agatha Christie. C. Tom Clancy. D. Sidney Sheldon. OK, you've got 45 seconds. Take your time. Recalibrate. 300 million copies, won both a Tony and an Academy Award.
OK, well, I'm pretty sure it's not Tom Clancy. Ian Fleming, of course, did Chitty Chitty Bang Bang, which could have won Tony for Agatha Christie. I'm going to lock her in.
Final answer?
B.
B. Agatha Christie is locked in. Ian Fleming, of course, also was James Bond, wasn't he? Ian Fleming is incorrect. He locked in Agatha Christie, so go easy. Tom Clancy is incorrect. And sorry, Dave, so too is Agatha Christie. It was Sidney Sheldon. Yeah. He won the 1947 Best Screenplay Oscar for The Bachelor and the Bobby Soxer and shared the 1959 Tony for Best Musical for Redhead. He was the creator of the television series I Dream of Jeannie and Heart to Heart and wrote some 18 novels. So Sidney Sheldon was the man there. But you successfully answered some 13 questions along the way. You've been absolutely magnificent, Dave. You've given our next 2 contestants, Anna and Rory, a chance to win huge money, But, mate, thank you for being just a fantastic part of our show. Great play. Hello, Anna.
No pressure at all.
No pressure at all. You don't have to worry about anything.
Easy.
One question, I'll give you $1,000. 2 questions, I'll give you $250,000. How's that?
Fabulous.
That was an amazing performance, wasn't it,
incredible.
by Big Dave?
I feel a bit sorry for him now.
You do, but hey, this
I'll
is the
thank
name of the
him later,
game.
will I?
The trick, well, just buy him a drink afterwards. This is the trick, though, Anna, to get into the hot seat for the last question. You and Rory are a chance to win big money. Anna is from Pascoe, Vale, South in Victoria. Full-time mum. Daughter is Rafaela, 9 months old. Anthony's your husband. G'day, Ant.
G'day, Eddie. How are you?
Welcome to the show, buddy.
Thanks, mate.
All right, here we go. It must have been interesting sitting up there.
Oh, it's been fantastic. It's been amazing.
To watch, and Sue alongside you there, of course. Sue, he did a great job, didn't he?
Yeah, fabulous job.
It was just sensational to watch. Anna, back to you. All right, let's go. This for $1,000 in your pocket and a chance to win $250,000. Space travellers from which country are referred to as taikonauts? A, Iran. B, India. C, Japan. D, China.
My husband will kill me for this question because he loves space, but
Taikonauts.
Taikonauts. I'm thinking C or D. Maybe C. I don't know, I'm thinking Taekwondo. That's probably not even in that category, but C or D.
15. 10.
I'm going to lock in D.
Lock in D, China. Why'd you jump from Japan to China?
I don't really know. I just feel like China's...
So you went to Asia because of Taekwondo, the martial art.
Probably a very stupid idea, but I did.
Sounds
yes.
like a good idea anyway. As good an idea
And then
as
I
anyone.
just thought China's probably maybe more involved in the space stuff than
Okay.
Japan.
Space travellers from which country are referred to as taikonauts? You said Anthony, your husband, would know.
He will, and he'll kill me if I get it wrong.
Anthony, he won't. You get it wrong, you're here to have a go. He's up there, he's in the cheap seats. He doesn't have to worry about it. Anthony, is your wonderful wife correct or incorrect in your mind?
She's overselling my love for space, but I'm backing her in for China, so...
So the good news is you're as one. So if you're wrong, you're both wrong, okay?
We are. Lucky I'm in partnerships education to save the marriage afterwards.
Big Dave's out the back. How are you, mate?
Really good.
All right, Dave. What would you have locked in, pal?
Anna's right, I think. China's the answer.
China's the answer, says Big Dave, but don't punch the air yet. It's Eddie who has to give you the answer.
I'm backing Dave, though. He got me this far.
You're backing Dave, you're backing Anthony, you're backing the girl power on the show here.
Girl power.
China is correct for
Keep going, don't I?
Anna, that's the best reaction ever for $1,000. No, you got one more. Congratulations, you won $1,000. One more. Right, Anna, let me explain the game to you.
I know.
Right, you've won $1,000.
Yay.
We will go to a news break. When we come back, one question to win $250,000 cash. You right to go?
As right as I can be.
Right.
Yeah.
Let's do it after this news break. Anna is in the hot seat, ready to go for $250,000 cash. What a show we've had tonight. Big Dave out the back. We've got him mic'd up because we might go to him to see if we can get the answer off him. He was absolutely magnificent. Got through 12 of the answers from question 1 right the way through, and unfortunately just missed on 1. Got the last one right as well, for good measure. But Anna, all the vibes are your way. Everyone in this room is hoping Anna wins $250,000. No more than Anthony up the back. He's clapping his hands up there. He's punching the air. Yeah. Tell me, what are you going to do with $250,000? Rafaela's 9 months old. What a start that'd be to a young couple, married, young baby, and away you go.
Perhaps pop a bit aside for her education, for her future. I'm mad into shoes, and I noticed that I had a hole in my shoe in the green room, so perhaps I'll buy a new pair of shoes. That might be a good start.
Might be a good omen. Hey, it says here on your card with information that you live for two because your young brother passed away in 2013, and it's something his spirit carries with you?
Indeed, absolutely, and he had himself booked in to do some travelling, so I'm sort of trying to make a real effort now to do as much travelling for him as I can, so I'll probably pop some travel in that and do it for him as well.
Why not?
Indeed.
Good on you, Anna. We really want you to win.
Yep.
Are you ready to go?
I am.
All right, here it comes. Which search engine was originally called Jerry and David's Guide to the World Wide Web? A, Yahoo. B, Bing. C, Google. D, Ask.com.
I don't think it was Google.
Jerry and David's Guide to the World Wide Web.
Jerry and David's Guide makes me think that we're asking Jerry and Dave.
Jerry and David's Guide to the World Wide Web. Which search engine was originally called?
I don't think it's Google.
15.
I don't think it's Bing.
10.
I
7.
think I'm going with D.
5. 4. 3.
Lock in A. No, D.
It's locked in. It's locked in. You locked in A with 1 second to go. You
why I
said
did
D 1 second after your time had run out. You said ask.com 3 times there, didn't you? In your head.
It was in my gut. I should
That
have.
was your gut was to go with ask.com. What made you jump to Yahoo?
I don't know. I don't know.
All right. Anna, it's not B, Bing. And it's not C, Google.
Yeah.
For all but 1 second, you'd locked in D, ask.com, and then you jumped across.
Yep.
Big Dave,
Yes, Eddie. Yes.
what would you have locked in, old boy?
Well, I'm not 100% sure on this one. I'm 95% sure that A's right.
He did get one wrong.
The heart is pounding, Ed.
If you get this right, it's a personal milestone for this show. It means we've given away over $36 million in the hot seat.
Could only be so lucky.
I'll just repeat it again. For all but 1 second, you'd locked in ask.com and you jumped at the last minute to Yahoo. And as a result of that, you've won 200. Sit down, sit down, sit down.
Thanks, Eddie.
What's happened?
Hey, Anthony, I'll tell you what we're going to do. I'm going to give you some flowers,
Oh my God.
okay? And,
Close enough.
hey, and we're going to give you a champagne. But I'll tell you what, Big Dave, we're going to give you a bottle of champagne as well, pal. Sensational. Anna, sit down. You have won $250,000. What's going through your mind?
Is this really true? Is this happening right now?
Well, we saw how excited you were when you won $1,000.
I actually just can't believe this. Dave, thank you. I owe you.
And Anthony, what about you? You're sitting up there watching all this.
Mate, I'm just a nervous wreck. I can't believe it's real. It just feels so surreal. It's unbelievable.
You've married your beautiful wife. You've had a baby daughter now, and in the space of 9 months since you've been born, you're now $250,000 richer. Congratulations. That is the magic of the Millionaire Hot Seat, everybody. Anna Owens just won $250,000. See you next time on the Millionaire Hot Seat. Good night.